Hey everybody, my name is Brandon from WallStreetBets.com, and today I want to talk about Dogecoin. What I want to do first is go into the trading charts and talk about where Dogecoin is at and what's been going on with Dogecoin, and then I want to go into some chart overlays with Bitcoin and GameStop to see some correlation, and then I want to go back to the trading charts to see if there's a level or two to buy Dogecoin if we want to buy Dogecoin. So now let's get started. So here we are in Dogecoin trading charts, and I want to show you guys this first to help us answer the question of what happened to Dogecoin. We can see our initial momentum bursts when the WallStreetBets crowd came in, and we also see another burst over here when we see Elon Musk use the power of Twitter to push up Dogecoin even further. So I already covered that in the previous videos, but to me, the interesting part in the chart is what happens after our initial momentum burst, which is this stuff over here. We can see that even after our catalysts of WallStreetBets and Elon Musk, we had some consolidation here, but actually still some demand for Dogecoin. And to me, that is a little surprising. If you were to ask me what I thought what would have happened after our initial momentum burst, I would have said Dogecoin would have fallen back down to earth, like we did with other WallStreetBet stock, like Nokia. But we actually didn't see that in Dogecoin. Yes, we are down around 50% from our highs over here, but look where we came from. So if we can do a comparison observation here and look at the overlays of certain charts, this is Dogecoin here on a normalized scale. And then using this normalized scale, we can compare it to a stock like GME. And when we look at the overlay, we see that yes, GameStop and Dogecoin look a little correlated. We see that Dogecoin in the blue had a nice momentum spike, as well as GameStop. GameStop had a double top here and then fell back down to earth, and then Dogecoin also fell back down to earth a little bit here, and then had a little rebound upwards along with GameStop, and then GameStop fell back down as well as Dogecoin here. So we can see that there is a little correlation between GameStop and Dogecoin, and that is actually to be expected, because remember, it was the WallStreetBets crowd and Elon Musk's followers creating the short squeeze potential in GameStop. And a lot of the WallStreetBets stuff that was happening with GameStop carried over to Dogecoin. So a little correlation should be expected. But what's interesting to me is look what happens if we overlay Bitcoin with Dogecoin. So Bitcoin is now in the orange here, and we can see visually there is more correlation here between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, more than we saw between Dogecoin and GameStop. We see that after our initial momentum spike with Dogecoin here, Dogecoin has been really trading similarly to Bitcoin. We can see this on the normalized scale here, and we can see that the movement is quite similar. We see that once Dogecoin drops, Bitcoin drops a little bit after. And then when Dogecoin rebounds again, Bitcoin rebounds as well. So you might say that the correlation between Dogecoin and Bitcoin is pretty obvious. These two are both cryptocurrencies and they should move together. And I do agree with that argument. But remember, it was the Reddit crowd that was really pushing Dogecoin and GameStop. The Reddit crowd was not really pushing Bitcoin around. What was pushing Bitcoin higher was the introduction of institutional investors combined with retail investors. To me, this overlay between Dogecoin and Bitcoin is telling me what has been happening with Dogecoin. This overlay is telling me that Dogecoin and Bitcoin are correlated with each other in the moment, and this is the main point I want to make in today's video. So because I am a student at Harvard University's Extension School, I wanted to do a little flex on you guys, and we can see that if we do a correlation analysis in our Studio Cloud, statistically just a software that statistic nerds use, we can see that the correlation between Dogecoin and Bitcoin is pretty high, around 0.87. So of course the question is, what does that mean? Well, now that we established that there is a pretty strong correlation relationship between Bitcoin and Dogecoin, now we can postulate or guess that some of the reasons why people choose to invest in Bitcoin are the same reasons of why people are choosing to invest in Dogecoin. This is what I think is going on with Dogecoin, is that Dogecoin is perhaps becoming more of a store of value and more legit like Bitcoin. This is not exactly the same thing as what's going on in GameStop, because most of the people in GameStop are riding it purely on momentum and sticking it to the suits. But Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a more serious long-term investment than GameStop. Because of that, I think at least some of these people investing in Dogecoin are believing that Dogecoin will be able to carry over some properties from Bitcoin, like being a store of value or like being able to use it to purchase some goods in the future. This could be why Dogecoin may not have nosedived downwards after our initial momentum bursts, like some of the other momentum stocks of WallStreetBets like Nokia or Sundial Growers. Dogecoin seems to be fundamentally different than the Wall Street Bet stock and is acting more like Bitcoin. But again, with something like Bitcoin, it is quite a risky investment, and there is no guarantee that these two cryptocurrencies will be worth anything in the future. In my opinion, I do think that at least Bitcoin will hold its value, but I am not sure about Dogecoin. This is one of the risks that you need to consider heavily if you are actually seriously considering investing in Dogecoin. So after talking about what I think is going on with Dogecoin, now let's head on over to the trading charts to see if there's a level or two to buy Dogecoin if we want to buy Dogecoin. So back here again at Dogecoin's trading charts, and firstly, if you want to buy Dogecoin, I believe you can buy Dogecoin on CoinDesk or at Kraken, but don't take my word for it, I never bought Dogecoin or used CoinDesk or Kraken before. You are not able to buy it on Webull, and I'm not sure if you're able to buy it on Robinhood because I don't use Robinhood. But if you know, let me know in the comments below. So firstly, again, what I'm noticing is that we're consolidating after our momentum bursts. We are really waving out in this range between 5 cents here and about 6 cents up here. That may sound like a small range, but actually that's a huge 20% range. Because of that, to me, that is saying that we have good short-term trading potential, because a trader could buy at the lows of this range over here and trade it up to the 6 cent resistance level and collect that profit. That said, again, I like to do these short-term trades with stocks that I like the fundamentals of, like an Nvidia or like an Amazon. If Dogecoin breaks this 5 cent support level, then we could fall all the way back down to this support level down here around the 3 cent mark. Looking at the other major indicators here, if we look at the MACD, we are actually pretty flat, and also the RSI. So what that's telling me is that there is pretty flat momentum in the crypto. What that means is that if there is an influx of retail investors again to either drive the price up or sell the cryptocurrency back down, that effect is magnified because there is not much activity at the moment. So that is a risk to consider as well. So that was my review on Dogecoin. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or if you caught any mistakes, also drop me a comment down below. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.